Hey everyone, Sarah here from Get Feedback. Welcome to another episode of Simplifying CX. If you're new to this channel, this series is all about bringing you straightforward answers to some of the biggest CX challenges. So if this sounds relevant to you, be sure to subscribe. Today I'm going to share with you the 5 main differences between journey mapping for a business-to-business company versus a business-to-consumer company. While the general steps to customer journey mapping remain the same, there are a few elements that you should keep in mind based on whether you are a B2B company or a B2C company. The first of the 5 key differences between B2B and B2C is the level of involvement by both the customer and the company within a journey. Generally speaking, B2B requires a much higher level of involvement due to the higher number of stakeholders and multiple personas involved, as well as the lengthier cycles and niche target markets. Whereas B2C is typically low involvement due to short cycles, a single persona, and a wider target market. This, of course, has its exceptions. For instance, a B2B company that sells office supplies could be considered low involvement, and a B2C company that sells a complex product like a mortgage would be considered high involvement. The second differentiator is the duration of a journey. With B2B, it's normal for a buying cycle to last up to 3 months, and on the customer side, it'll most likely involve at least 6 different people. On the vendor side, there are also many individuals that influence the buying experience. In comparison, a B2C cycle could last as little as a few minutes and often includes just one persona. And speaking of persona, this is a third key element to keep in mind. As mentioned before, B2B companies must consider multiple personas for one journey map, and they often vary from each other when it comes to their unique business needs and behaviors. B2C has it much easier in the sense that the journey typically features one persona. But instead of their business needs, they focus more on personal characteristics like hobbies or favorite sports that will influence their purchasing behavior. The fourth differentiator is the value per customer. B2B customer relationships can last years or decades, which tends to make these relationships be of higher monetary value. So losing even just one customer can put revenue at risk. This is why when it comes to B2B mapping, you should start with the most influential journey and persona. This is not to say that B2C customers are not valuable. However, the value per customer is still considered lower due to the larger target market and, in comparison, smaller purchase value. Lastly, there are differences when it comes to collecting feedback across the journey map. If you're a B2B company, your feedback program will require a high level of customization due to the multiple personas within one journey. Meaning, don't send different personas the same surveys at the same touch points. Reach them where and when it matters the most based on their unique needs. Whereas for B2C, because the journey map features just one persona, the customer feedback process can be less customized. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be strategic with how you collect feedback. For example, our B2C customer B Sellers, a vineyard in Napa Valley, found through customer journey mapping that some wine club members tend to drop out of the program within a certain amount of time after signing up. So now they reach out to those customers and get their feedback prior to that date to try to prevent the churn. So to recap, there are 5 key differences between a B2B and a B2C customer journey map. 1, the level of involvement. 2, the duration of the journey. 3, the amount and type of persona. 4, the monetary value. And 5, the method for collecting feedback. For a complete guide on customer journey mapping, click on the link in the description section. Also, if there's a topic that you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe now so you never miss a new video on Simplifying CX. Until next time.